Hey y'all, Monk Joseph here with the Broken Buddha, doing a continuation of Three Most Deadly Kung Fu, the last thing you won't remember. Now the reason I called it that is because you're not going to remember anything 30 seconds before or after your knockout, so unless you're trained to react to these things about to happen to you, you're not going to really be able to do anything, right? So to explain these fully, before I even get into this, I'd say, there's a lot of way too many styles of kung fu to mention, and way too many sub styles and family styles. There's a lot of very deadly kung fu practitioners out there. That being said, your your overall most deadly styles is going to be proclaimed by either a Tai Chi Chuan practitioner of any one of the five families, a Hakka, guest people, or Southern Shaolin kung fu practitioner, um, which would include pretty much all of them. I mean, but more specifically, out of those styles, you'll see things like Southern Mantis, Wing Chun, White Eyebrow, are probably three of the more deadly ones that I understand it. I'd go as far as to say White Crane, but there's not a lot known about that. I have my own understanding through my training in White Crane. But anyway, so what you're talking about here is I know you're used to seeing all the Chen style, your Chen style Tai Chi Chuan real low. And a lot of that is building for your leg strength and your quad strength. But if you see me use what I understand of my fundamentals as my knowledge out of the old frame Yang style, I'm just coming from here, right? I have I got a full reverse breath, fully loaded. I'm just waiting for you to extend one of your arms or move a little too quick. I'll explain it to a judge after it's all over. You know what I'm saying? But this is all you're going to see. It doesn't matter if you're coming left or righty. Feet are close together. I train like this to be caught in an unassuming position. And typically, you'll see in some of the videos I make on this stuff later on that you can go wider and wider to build your strength. But for the most part, at the end of the day, when you're fighting, you're probably going to be standing, like Joe Schmo, not paying attention. So it's good to train from those positions. And if you know how to get everything ready and loose and load that reverse breath and just get ready to drop your weight and boom, it's a completely different story. From there, if somebody ever steps into your center line and just casts your arms aside, the next thing they're doing is shutting you down or taking your life away. Um, and typically it's going to be to the one side, but most people that are well trained, that are willing to use it, are ambidextrous. But it doesn't matter. A lot of the styles these days, will train you to go to the right because most people are going to lead off with their left, and they're just automatically sending you to the. I think it's like 80% of people are going to start there, so they just try to train you to the weak side. Um, so there's that. I mean, if anybody's got you in your center line, I mean, it's game over, man. Even if you're going for, what are you going to do? Go for a shoot? They're just going to follow you down and do something horrible to you when you get close to the ground. Um, and then the last one was Wang Chun, going from that outside inside to the outside with the boom into the Hun Sao, pressing the elbow. For most people, I've learned that a single well-placed Hun Sao will send their limb flying, then in which case you're going to just get your finishing strike. Obviously, this is not going to work for a very big practitioner that's strong and just very reactive and worked up. So in those situations, it's going to look more like boom, boom, and you're going to have to double pin because you'll get the block away from you and the strike will go past you. But to get them to turn their body to expose all the vital areas you want to pin that elbow and give them a little shove sideways. And now you've got a full canvas of side points and anatomy to choose from. And if it's life or death, you're obviously turning something off. And I'm sorry, I don't care who you are, but if you get caught like this and a well-trained fighter is right here, you're over, dude. You're over. Especially if you're stuck and they've got you pinned. I mean, there's not much you can do even as a martial artist practitioner. Once you've committed to a strike and they've done it and sent you over here, you're done. I mean, they can literally just do whatever they want to you. So it doesn't matter what side you're on, but this is the full explanation. I'm not going to do any moves from here because you'll see them in some of the training if you ever. I'm going to do a video later today on some stuff that you can check out. But yeah, just boom, boom, boom. And you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna remember it. So I thought I'd make a funny video to show you. And you see all kinds of stuff like this. But I'm an okay credible source. I'm a Hakka Kung Fu expert, not a master. Is a huge difference. And I'm getting into the internal, like fully awesomely internal. So there you have it. That's my breakdown of it. I hope you enjoyed the video, whether you agree or not. But thanks for stopping by. Peace and blessings.